23 states and D.C. have banned the death penalty. Pennsylvania is not one of them, but should it be? That question is once again gaining traction in Harrisburg, and Governor Shapiro supports its abolishment. Dennis Owens joins us now with that story. Good afternoon, Dennis.
Good afternoon to you, James. Pennsylvania does not carry out the death sentence. Governor Wolf issued a moratorium on it, and Governor Shapiro continued that. Only one person has been sentenced to death, not put to death, sentenced to death in the past 3 years in the state, and that was in Somerset County this year. But prosecutors can and do push for capital punishment in some cases. It is still on the books, but in a death penalty reprieve to a Bucks County murderer earlier this month, Governor Shapiro called the death penalty, quote, inherently fallible and its consequences irreversible, end quote. And he once again called on lawmakers to abolish it in PA. The ACLU cheers that proclamation, while the head of the District Attorneys Association insists it should be rare but remain an option for prosecutors.
There are those rare cases where it is a tool in the toolbox, where you don't want to look back and say, well, we have abolished it, and this is this awful, awful case where someone has committed these crimes and then from prison is continuing to kill.
And a lot of juries are choosing not to impose a death sentence, but we still have, almost 100 people on death row in this state, and a number of people that, if the governor changes and the moratorium's lifted, could be executed. So it's still very much a reality for a lot of people in the state.
Well, the last person executed in Pennsylvania was Gary Heidnik in 1999. There were actually 3 put to death in the 90s. They all waived their appeals and didn't try to fight the death sentence. A new poll suggests Pennsylvanians, though, James, are less supportive of capital punishment. Only 28% in 2025 approve in a poll that was recently done, compared to 42% 10 years ago in 2015.
So would this take some sort of legislation to
get rid of? There are bills out there, bipartisan bill. Good question. You're always thinking the right way. The politics of this are this. There's some bipartisan support. Russ Diamond, Republican from Lebanon County, says he is a right-to-life person. He believes that all the way through, doesn't believe the state should be in the business of executing people. But I just talked to him. I said, what's the likelihood that bill moves? And he said, well, it's a very close issue, a hot topic issue. So it's 50-50, hot topic issue, and we're going into an election year.
Yes.
So I ask you, James, what are the likelihoods that happened? We also got a guy running for governor as well. Don't know that necessarily wants that to be a
topic there.
A hot topic
Yeah.
this year, though he has been on record supporting the abolition of the death penalty.
So I suspect maybe this will be one of those things where we kick the can down the road some more.
Pennsylvania, if kick the can was a sport, Pennsylvania politicians would be at the top of the conference.
Grand champions, absolutely. Dennis Owens, thank you very much. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too, James.
And we'll
Thanks
see you
so
back
much.
here in the new year.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Eric Finkenbinder from ABC 27. We're excited to announce the new ABC 27 News Plus app. Live stream newscasts or watch content on demand. This is different than the ABC 27 app on your smartphone. You can check this out at home, and it's very easy to use. With a Fire Stick, go to the homepage, scroll down to search. From there, enter ABC 27. Move over to the apps, and there we are. Click the icon and install. It's just that easy.